Hello and welcome back to the third episode of this transfer series. We are cracking on with this now, so let's get straight into it with no introduction. So we start with the done deals of this week. Potentially the biggest new signing of this week is Liverpool signing Mohamed Salah from Roma. He signs for a fee rising up to 34.3 million after prolonged negotiations that took 3 weeks. The winger now has joined Liverpool after taking his medical this morning. Brighton have signed goalkeeper Matthew Ryan for an undisclosed club record transfer fee. Ryan becomes their new first-team goalkeeper after David Stockdale left on a free agent. He joins on a 5-year contract from Valencia. Celtic have signed winger Johnny Hayes from Aberdeen on a 3-year deal. He becomes their first signing. He signs for an undisclosed fee. As part of the deal, Celtic midfielder Ryan Christie rejoins Aberdeen on a season loan. Rangers have signed 3 more players, bringing their tally up to an unbelievable 8 players signed already. This week they've signed Puma striker Eduardo Herrera and Helsinki striker Alfredo Morelos, as well as signing midfielder Carlos Pina from Guadalajara, so 3 deals done there. West Ham have sold a few players. They have loaned out young defender Reece Oxford. He joins Borussia Mönchengladbach on a season-long loan. They've also sold versatile midfielder Harvard Nordtveit. He joins Hoffenheim for an undisclosed fee, only 1 year after signing for West Ham. Arsenal have loaned out Japanese winger Takuma Asano to Stuttgart for another season. Asano joined Arsenal last season, but got loaned out straight away and helped the German side win promotion. He now rejoins Stuttgart on loan for the second time. And Newcastle have loaned out goalkeeper Matt Sells to Anderlecht. Sells struggled at Newcastle since joining last summer and now leaves in hope of first-team football. So, on to Chelsea, and they are interested in signing Arsenal winger Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. Chamberlain looks increasingly likely to leave Arsenal this window, with the versatile winger having just 1 year left on his current Arsenal deal. Chelsea are also looking at signing right-back Dani Alves from Juventus, as Alves looks set to leave the club this summer. Now, Diego Costa, this is Chelsea's standard exit every week. He's told former club Atletico Madrid he wants to sign for them after being ousted by Chelsea. He's on the lookout for a new club, and despite interest from AC Milan, he's issued a come-and-get-me plea to his old side, Atletico Madrid. Now to Spurs. They're interested in signing want-away Everton midfielder Ross Barkley. Barkley's refused a new contract. He's only got 1 year left on his current deal, although Spurs are refusing to pay Everton's 50 million valuation for Barkley. They're happy to play hardball and wait until the end of the window to sign the English attacker. Man City are also hoping to sign Dani Alves from Juventus. City boss Pep Guardiola knows Alves very well and hopes to sign him. City are on the hunt for a new right-back. City are also a side interested in chasing after Arsenal's Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. He has only 1 year left on his deal, and they're also monitoring the situation of Borussia Dortmund striker Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. City tried to sign Aubameyang last summer, but the move broke down. The Gabon striker looked set to join PSG early this window for 60 million. That move also broke down due to some changes in the PSG board structure. Now City are back favourites for signing Aubameyang, and Aubameyang himself has asked to leave Dortmund this summer. City are also the latest side become interested in Monaco's highly rated left-back Benjamin Mendy, what could be a very big squad overhaul for them this summer. Last week I said how Bertrand Selina, the Man City youngster, was attracting loan interest from both Bolton and Ipswich. Well, the youngster has now chosen Ipswich, and a loan move should be finalised in the coming days. Liverpool are the third side interested in signing Arsenal's winger Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. With only 1 year left on his deal, the Englishman seems to be fed up with lack of willpower from Arsenal to sign him to a new deal, so he might leave this summer. Liverpool have agreed to sell right-back Andre Wisdom to Derby for 4.5 million. He's now agreed personal terms and will rejoin Derby very soon. Liverpool also rejected an 11 million bid from Napoli for Alberto Moreno. Moreno barely played last season in Liverpool, but they've set a 15 million asking price for the Spaniard. Napoli aren't the only team interested in signing Moreno. 2 unknown Premier League clubs and Sevilla are also monitoring his situation. Arsenal are working to sign 1 French striker, and their 2 targets are Alexandre Lacazette and Kylian Mbappe. Lacazette is an Olympic Lyon striker, and he's a long-term target of Arsenal, and his move to Atletico Madrid fell through 2 weeks ago. Whilst another French striker, Kylian Mbappe, is just 18, has had a breakthrough season at Monaco, and has had several clubs all over Europe eager for his signature. However, with Lacazette or Mbappe coming in, it should looks like it will spell the end for Arsenal striker Olivier Giroud. West Ham are hoping to sign Giroud, and Giroud is already unhappy at lack of game time, and with another striker set to come in, he's almost certainly going to leave. West Ham are favourites to sign him. Man United have actually got some potential outgoings this week. Firstly is left-back Matteo Darmian. As stated earlier, Juventus are set to lose Dani Alves to one of Man City or Chelsea. That means they will need a replacement, and they have put Darmian on a shortlist of potential placements for Alves. Another person United might be selling is winger Adnan Januzaj. United are considering a £9.7 million bid they've received from Real Sociedad for Januzaj. Everton have already made 2 signings and could make their third very soon after activating the £5.2 million release clause of striker Sandro Ramirez. He's impressed a lot at Malaga this season. He only joined them 1 year ago from Barcelona. Southampton look like they're going to lose striker Jay Rodriguez. West Brom are in talks of a sign of English forward. They rate the striker at £12 million. Rodriguez is one of many attacking options West Brom are trying to sign, with the club eager to enforce their current options of Solomon Rondon and Hal Robson-Kanu. As said, West Ham are hoping to sign 2 to 3 attacking reinforcements and have added more to their ever-growing shortlist that you can see on your screen right now. As well as Olivier Giroud, who we've mentioned before, they've also started targeting Middlesbrough winger Adama Traore this week. Giroud wants more game time. Traore has recently been relegated. West Ham are going for a lot of targets, but you can see on your screen there's Onyekuru, Iheanacho, Tony, Max Cruz, loads of players they're currently after. Swansea seem to have beaten off competition from Newcastle and Brighton to sign Chelsea's highly rated striker Tammy Abraham on loan. He's seen as a hot prospect after his superb season in the Championship for Bristol last season, and despite initially looking like he was joining Newcastle, now is set to join Swansea on a season-long loan. The player is currently on international duty with England and the 21s in the Euros at Poland. Another player currently on international duty at the Under-21 Euros is Will Hughes, and he is set to sign for Watford. They've agreed a fee of £4.5 million, rising to £7 million, and personal terms are very close to being agreed, so this is a deal to watch out for. Brighton have already signed one player from Ingolstadt in the form of Pascal Gross, and they're looking to sign a second from Ingolstadt, this time in the form of Marcus Suttner. Brighton have already had one offer for Suttner rejected, but they remain very hopeful of signing the Austrian left-back soon. In the Championship, Cardiff have agreed to sign striker Danny Ward from Rotherham. Ward impressed despite Rotherham's relegation last season, and a £1.6 million move to Wales looks on the cards. Fulham are working to sign centre-back Marcelo Jallo from the Spanish side Lugo. The 23-year-old is flying in for medical tomorrow, although members of Fulham's coaching staff has expressed worry that Jallo is not a worthwhile signing. Middlesbrough have informed winger Stuart Downing he is not part of their plans and that he will be sold. After falling out with previous manager Aitor Karanka, Downing was briefly expelled from the Middlesbrough side before Karanka was sacked. However, Karanka's permanent replacement Gary Monk still sees no use for the 32-year-old winger, and he will be sold. At Leeds, the first signing of the Thomas Christensen era looks close, as Polish midfielder Maciej Klich is undergoing a medical ahead of a permanent transfer from FC Twente. Walsall are very close to signing goalkeeper Mark Gillespie from Carlisle. Gillespie rejected a new Carlisle contract earlier this season and has now agreed a 2-year deal with Walsall. In Scotland, Hearts are close to signing striker Kyle Lafferty. The North London international was released by Norwich this summer, but now looks set to join Hearts on a free transfer. If that falls through, Hibs are also interested in Lafferty. Now, the huge story in Europe, and the one you've all been waiting for, is on Real Madrid winger Cristiano Ronaldo. He's told the club he is tired of playing in Spain and he wants to leave. He's been at the centre of some tax fraud charges and is fed up with how the media constantly treats him in Spain. Now, his wages and fee would be unbelievable, astronomical, for a player considered by many as the best in the world, but the 32-year-old is determined to leave. But the only concrete interest so far is from China, and obviously Manchester United are one of a few sides in the world that could afford Ronaldo. Probably only them, Chinese clubs and PSG, can afford Ronaldo, but they're very wary of being sucked into a bidding warfare from a player, as Jose Mourinho believes Ronaldo is using them just to get Real Madrid to help him out of his tax situation, and that is a possibility. Ronaldo is, however, set to have a sit-down and discuss his future with Real Madrid hierarchy at the end of the CONCACAF tournament that Portugal are currently competing in. Zlatan Ibrahimovic's agent has said the Swedish striker has several offers from Italy and America. Ibrahimovic was released from Man United 2 weeks ago and is on the hunt for a new club. His agent has said that a move back to the Serie A is a possibility. As stated earlier, Juventus have drawn up a three-man shortlist of players to replace the outgoing Dani Alves. As already stated, United left-back Matteo Darmian is one, while the others are Monaco's Fabinho and Real Madrid right-back Danilo. That's all for this video. Hope you have enjoyed, and I'll be back again next week.